today we are going to be talking something travel related, okay? Today's video, we are going to be touching on your personal safety when you are on vacation or when you're traveling, wherever it may be. You need to be careful. You need to have your safety prioritized when you are traveling. Even when you go to a different country, within that country, you still need to be very careful how you are navigating around. Okay, so obviously, not to boast, I do travel quite often, as you guys can see. So there are certain things that I've learned, some things that I obviously researched on, and also things that my friends have spoken to me about, that they came across while they were on the travels. So I hope this does help you guys, and I hope you take it with you when you travel. Okay, so personal safety is very, very imperative. So most trips abroad are quite trouble-free, if I'm really honest with you. They're usually trouble-free. But in this video, obviously, I'm going to share with you, like I said, how to minimize the threats that may come your way of your personal safety when you travel. So risks like being in a road traffic accident, for example, being pocketed or assaulted are more common than catching a disease when you travel. Believe it or not, you think catching a disease or infection or something would be the first thing that pops in your head, but pickpocketing, I witnessed that myself on a couple of my travels. Road traffic accidents, I've seen that quite a few times. Those are the things that you need to be very careful of when it comes to personal safety. Okay, so be prepared. Number one, be prepared. I like to do my research before I go. Depending on where I'm going, I like to make sure I do thorough research weeks and months in advance. That's just me. It's just an autopilot thing that I just happen to do. I like to research. I like to obviously research the country, research on a particular subject. Make sure that I have information before I travel. So, for example, you have to be prepared before you travel, literally by finding out and researching the country that you're going to be visiting. Like I said, things like travel safety warnings, info about your local laws and customs, things like that, obviously about your passport, your visas, ways certain countries operate if it's your first time, the crimes and the laws in that country, for example. You need to research and prepare before you go, just to avoid a few surprises. We don't want that. Bad surprises, we don't want that. Okay, so make sure you have your travel insurance, which is number one, because things are about to happen. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. You may plan your vacation in a certain way, and then it ends up in a certain way, or certain surprises pops up, which happened to me in my latest vacation that I went to, which obviously is going to be coming your way. But yeah, make sure you have your travel insurance. Make sure that your travel insurance also includes all your activities that you'll be doing, just in case of injuries and things like that. Make sure it covers your accidents as well, your activities, your accidents, and any emergency medical treatment. And also check on your country's specific risks as well. You need to take a photo of your passport and other documents, like your insurance and ticket, as a secondary document, just in case you lose the first one. That's what I tend to do. Leave your details of your holiday plans and activities with a trusted friend. Make a note of the next of kin as well, just in case somebody happens, to know where to look. Okay, criminals may pick on tourists. That is not a lie. That is not a joke. It's something that happens. Okay. Criminals may pick on tourists and travelers that are unfamiliar, for example, with the local culture, local laws, and local customs as well. So there are times if you're in a public place, somebody may be watching you that you're unaware of, watching your moves, and they can tell if you're new to the country, if you're a visitor, and they'll be able to follow you. So be very, very wary of your surroundings wherever you are. You need to book your accommodation in advance as well. Avoid sharing certain things with people that you do not know. Avoid staying on ground floors if possible. Inspect your locks and windows and doors when you go in, when you're coming out. Make sure everything's checked before you go. Do not leave your belongings unattended, because by the time you turn around and say hi, that belonging would be gone. If you are driving in a foreign country, make sure you avoid places that you do not know. Okay, make sure you avoid places that you do not know. If you don't know the place, you could possibly take somebody with you that you trust, who can accompany you on that journey. All right, be alert when waiting at traffic lights, for example. That is a great spot for pickpocketing, a great spot for things to be snatched, a great spot for you to have an incident that happens. Okay, so just be very wary at traffic lights as well. Keep your car door locked. I was telling somebody, I think I did a video about this, where I mentioned how we were in traffic in Ghana and somebody literally, obviously the window was open because it was really hot, his music was blasting, he was on the phone at the same time, and there were two pickpocketers working together. The other one was distracting him on the other side, on the passenger side, and the other one, while his attention was on the one on the passenger side, he pretty much did grab his phone. And because the guy was in shock, I think he was just shocked, and he had nowhere to go because there was a van in front of him. We were literally in traffic. There was a van in front of him, and as he tried to move, it hit the van. I think out of shock, he hit his foot off the brake, and it hit the van in front of him. He couldn't reverse back either. He couldn't get out of the car. So it was a pretty dangerous moment. They see advantage and they take it. I actually noticed this too. I just thought they were a little bit funny. It just didn't seem right, and all of a sudden they approached and that happened. And unfortunately, the guy was in the car by himself, with the two windows open, and it was just a great opportunity for them to snatch and go. So not just that he's lost his phone, but also he had to repair damaging somebody's car and damaging his own car, and actually trying to recover from the shock. These things do happen. There was one where people are in a trotro and in traffic, the person's on the phone. Obviously, they come and just snatch the phone out of your hand, especially if you're sitting by the window. So they advise you, try and not use your phone when you are at the window, sitting by the window. Somebody used an axe to actually chop someone's off because the person wouldn't let go of the phone. Your phone is not worth that hassle. Make sure you're not on the phone when you're in traffic. If you are on the phone, make sure you close the window. It's as simple as. If not, you will be going through some horrific moments, really. So avoid traveling alone at night, especially. Stick to the busy areas where there's a lot of people, neutral places. Consider how to get home and only use licensed cabs, licensed taxi. Don't just hail a car on the road, especially in the night, to say you're going home. You don't know who is driving that car. Okay, so be very, very careful. And all these are in a country that is foreign to you, that you don't know anything about, even in your own country that you think you know something about. These things do happen, so you have to be very, very careful. Mugging can happen at night, in the daytime as well, so that's something else to um, look out for. Try not to draw attention to the fact that you are a visitor. Try and blend in. I try and blend in as much as possible, but for some reason they mark me out, you know. um and I am extremely careful of where I walk in the day and at night, how I walk, what I do, what I carry with me. You just have to be extremely cautious, really. Yeah, avoid wearing too much jewelry as well. Dress modestly and wear clothing that is culturally appropriate. Don't bring attention to yourself in a negative way. um Make sure you don't have enough cash on you. Don't take all the cash that you bring into the country with you. Leave some at the hotel or wherever you're staying. Make sure you just take a certain amount of cash with you that you'll be using that night. And don't be flashing your devices and phone and everything all about, like, oh, look at me, I've got all this. No, that's what brings you disaster. That's what brings issues, because you're busy showing off, and we don't care what you're showing off. You're showing off. That is you inviting me to say, oh, look what I have. And some people will just look at that as an invitation to just grab what you have. So please, let's use our heads, okay? Let's be logical. Never leave your drink or food unattended. I see so many people do this when they go out. Like, for example, when they go to bars or parties or wherever, I see so many people leave their drinks and walk away. Do not do that. A lot of these incidents happen at the moment, is people leaving the drinks and walking away to, I don't know, to the toilet, or going to make a call or whatever, come back and somebody has already spiked your drink. Somebody has already put something in there, so take your drink with you or finish it before you walk away. It's as simple as trust your instincts, for example, and leave a situation if you feel threatened or uncomfortable. Okay, leave a situation if you feel threatened or uncomfortable. Don't be the hero. Don't be there to try and win points. Anything that is uncomfortable, anything that is going to cause riot or an issue, get out. ASAP, get out. So that was just a quick advice that I wanted to share with you based on my experience. I hope that helps you. It's just a little bit of list that I have, but I do hope that helps you. The things that I've listed is the huge thing that will help you out if you do travel, especially solo trips. Even if you're in groups, you still have to be careful of each other. Having a very eye open, senses going on while you are roaming around town. Fine, you're there to enjoy yourself, but enjoy yourself with your own personal safety as a priority. So I hope, guys, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy that video. I hope that was meaningful and informative. So yeah, if you're going on your holidays, your vacation, have a good time and take this list of advice with you, and I hope you have a blast. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.